Welcome to today's Explainer. We're tackling a topic that is absolutely crucial to the operational health of, well, literally any organization. Yet it's one that consistently frustrates teams on a daily basis. We're unpacking mastering root cause and corrective action effectiveness. Root cause and corrective action, or RCCA, is supposed to be this ultimate continuous improvement tool, right? It's the structured process we rely on to figure out exactly why things go wrong and make sure they never ever happen again. But let's be real for a second. How often does that actually work out as planned? Today, we're going to set the stage for a deep dive into why these standard problem-solving processes fall apart so often, and more importantly, how we can completely rethink them.
Okay, let's dive into this. Why do most corrective actions fail? Honestly, it's a universally relatable frustration, isn't it? Think about it. You encounter a defect, the team rallies together, an action plan gets drafted, the boxes are formally checked, and everyone breathes a massive sigh of relief. The problem is solved, right? Well, until next quarter, when the exact same issue blows up in our faces all over again. It is infuriating. This recurring nightmare is exactly what our source material zeroes in on right out of the gate. It really challenges us to look in the mirror and figure out why our so-called fixes are just so incredibly fragile.
Section 1. The RCCA Failure Epidemic. Across all sorts of industries, organizations are burning massive resources executing corrective actions that simply don't stick. So why does this happen? Well, if a pipe bursts and your only corrective action is to mop up the puddle, you're just treating a surface-level symptom. You haven't actually fixed the leak. And because we do this systemically, we end up passively accepting recurring defects as just, a part of doing business. We just relentlessly accumulate rework costs. The real problem here isn't the people doing the work. It's this foundational, deeply flawed approach that's driving the entire operation.
This creates what is essentially the illusion of the quick fix. It's like slapping a tiny Band-Aid over a massive structural crack. Sure, it gives you a quick hit of satisfaction. The immediate fire is put out, the metric temporarily turns green, the boss is happy, and boom, everyone moves on to the next task. But our source material emphasizes that this is a dangerous false sense of security. The quick fix is entirely deceptive. It makes you feel super productive while actually setting you up for a massive fall down the line. And why? Because the true threat was never actually neutralized.
Next up, we're looking at the visible versus hidden trap.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core conflict. We are naturally wired to react to what's right in front of us. Fixing the visible stuff is fast, it's easy, and it requires basically zero investigation. The machine jammed, unjam the machine, done. But true problem solving, that requires the much heavier lifting of targeting the hidden causes. It means asking why multiple times until you hit the actual origin. Why did it jam? Because the sensor failed? Okay, why did the sensor fail? The source text argues that we overwhelmingly bias our corrective actions toward the visible stuff simply because it's comfortable, completely ignoring the intense investigation that the hidden stuff actually demands. So, let's explicitly define what we actually mean by hidden here. A hidden cause is the unseen underlying origin of a defect that, if left unresolved, guarantees the problem will return. I really want to emphasize that word for a second, guarantees. It is not a probability. It is an absolute certainty. If you do not trace the issue all the way down to its unseen origin, that hidden systemic flaw or that weird process breakdown, failing to find that is the exact reason why your defects keep coming back. That hidden cause is the true anchor of your operational pain. Which brings us to our next section, the cost of rework.
When we only address the visible, we enter an absolute operational nightmare, the recurring defect loop. Honestly, it's just like Groundhog Day. Step 1, the defect appears. Step 2, we hastily fix the visible symptom just to get things moving again as fast as possible. Step 3, because we didn't touch that hidden cause we just talked about, the defect inevitably comes back. And Step 4, we get hit with costly rework. And then, painfully, we go right back to Step 1. It's an exhausting cycle. It drains employee morale, it eats up profit margins, and it totally destroys efficiency. As long as you're living in this loop, you aren't managing your processes are managing you.
So the crucial point is this hard truth from the text. Fixing what is visible guarantees you will pay for rework tomorrow. Every single time you write a superficial corrective action, you are basically signing an IOU that your future self and your company's bottom line is going to have to pay back. And usually it's with incredibly heavy interest. You are consciously choosing to take on a massive amount of operational debt.
Now, what's really fascinating and kind of terrifying is that these costs don't just happen once and magically vanish. They snowball. The source material emphasizes that rework isn't just a flat fee. Think of a small snowball rolling down a hill, picking up more and more junk along the way. Every time a hidden cause is ignored and a defect loops back around, it disrupts schedules, delays delivery, wastes raw materials, and just chews through valuable labor hours. That cost compounds exponentially over time. You aren't just paying for the mistake once, you're paying a continuous punishing operational tax on your own superficial problem solving.
So, how do we actually stop the bleeding? Let's move to our final section, targeting the true root. If the visible versus hidden trap was the disease, well, this is the cure. To break that exhausting cycle of rework, you've got to establish a hard rule. Stop tossing band-aids at visible symptoms. Instead, you have to be willing to grab a shovel and really dig into that tangled mess of hidden causes. No matter how uncomfortable, complex, or time-consuming that investigation might seem at first, the ultimate goal isn't just to clear a temporary roadblock to make a metric look good. No, the goal is to eliminate reoccurring defects permanently. By doing the hard, deep work up front, you finally stop paying for endless rework on the back end. And frankly, that is what true operational effectiveness looks like.
I want to leave you with this final thought today. We've talked about the theory, this epidemic of failure, and the compounding costs of bad corrective actions. Now I want you to apply this strictly to your own world. Look closely at your own operations. Look at your own recent fixes. What hidden problems are costing you right now? What surface-level symptoms are you happily treating while the underlying disease just quietly eats away at your margins? Keep that question front and center the next time a defect crosses your desk. And whatever you do, do not stop digging until you find the true root. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and happy hunting.